just do it. It'll turn out okay. Hey everyone, welcome to the most long-lasting podcast in Ohio history, as far as I know. Probably not, but I'm in New Court. Talking Time with Caffeine, the only podcast where we talk about either the local stuff, games, movies, or musicians in this case. All right, my guest today is...
He wants me to say it. All right, Smash Adams.
So, welcome to Talking Time with Caffeine.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, started out playing music in a very uncool town in northern Mississippi, about 45 minutes south of Memphis. It's pretty much all we had to do, basically, back then is, play instruments or whatever, cover Nirvana songs and Smashing Pumpkin songs. And there, somewhere along the way, got into the Beatles, and that's when I guess I started just writing the usual girl boy type songs or whatever, So, and then, eventually just a lot of other influences and stuff. Like I said, I was with that first band I was in, it was called Mannix, and it was like power pop band or something. I think somebody said we sounded like a cross between Cheap Trick and the Raspberries. So I think that was a compliment. I'm not sure. But anyway, and like I said, the process of when you go into a studio, like we went into the famous Ardent Studios in Memphis, and we cut 5 songs. I think using 4 of them, it was going to be an EP, and just everything falls apart as soon as it's supposed to go further. So needless to say, everybody kind of started doing their own thing, and I started doing my solo stuff, even though I was still in the band. But that's why I kind of had a name to differentiate it. Because, I write a lot of songs, and some of the songs work acoustically, and some of the songs work with a band. So pretty much I had like a stockpile of acoustic songs that we weren't doing anyway. So, it worked out. I wouldn't have anything that would overlap, But, eventually, after the whole thing with the band, everybody else joined other groups and stuff. So I ended up going to Nashville, and I kind of went there not knowing anybody. And then I was going to get into the alt country scene, or that kind of music.
Nashville, did you play at the Opry or whatever it's called?
No, it's that would be pretty cool. It's like I said, I went over there and Nashville, but between working a job 6 days a week. And, I lucked up, this is about 2004. So, obviously the crazy stuff hadn't happened yet. So, people were still doing stuff like this guy owned a coffee house, and he rented out apartment, the building. So I was like, I got a spot in there. It's like right above the old part of Nashville before you cross the bridge. There's like a studio, I think, at the end of the road. It used to be Cumberland Studios. A lot of people recorded there. I think Days of the New, Bryan Adams, Whiskey Town, that kind of stuff. But I guess once I was also working on my first album at the same time, so I was commuting from Nashville to Memphis. So that's like about a 2.5, 3 hour drive or so, and. I didn't have any luck finding other band members. Cause like I said, it's funny because the age I am now, all those people I was playing with then are about that same age, and we could just never get on board to play all together because all of them had, kids and full-time jobs and stuff. So it was like literally
generation.
Yeah, but they were like great band. Like I remember I played them the Mannix CD, and they played it like note for note, and so it would have been perfect, but it just wasn't meant to be at the time.
So you a solo act now, or you another new band?
Yeah, well, after I left then, I really was trying to find a band to begin with in the first place. Just you kind of end up solo because that's just you by yourself, You can get at least another person with you. At least that adds something to it. But yeah, when I got back about the beginning of 2005, I stayed in Nashville about 10 months and, I just really wasn't getting things done as fast as it needed to be. So I just said, well, I'm going to keep living like this and, hope something works out. So it was like the first time moving away from home. So really it was just like, I'd been there before because my first band and recorded a little bit up that ways. And so I knew a handful of people there. But now I tried to do it Memphis. I got back to Memphis and I met one guy named Bill. We had a little, it's just a studio project together called the Blaylocks. Crazy enough, that's a reference to, I guess, the Jolene Blaylock from the Star Trek Enterprise.
Oof, I love it. We Enterprise early before the stream started.
Yeah, we've been watching it from the beginning. We just got to like the Mirror Darkly part actually right now.
Nice.
But yeah, pretty much just trying to find other people to play with because being the solo thing, you're like, all right, that's just me up here.
I know what you mean.
But, no, go ahead.
Doing a solo, not musician, but trying to do a podcast solo is
yeah. Well, definitely the technology aspect is always advancing farther than I can keep track with it. It can kind of get convoluted sometimes. And you're on stage, like I said, playing acoustically, playing with a band, is really all about the mix. And certainly seen examples where it wasn't. Like the band that me and my wife Lucy are in right now. It's crazy. We met in a band I started back in 2007 called Strange Parallel, and that's actually where we, first got up with a Quantum Records. We met Brad. Actually, I think Brad was the one that signed us through our drummer PJ we had at the time, and I had he had found a band mix pretty much out back then. You could actually use band mix, and he'd actually maybe find people because he found a bass player, Michael Grant, and he actually went to high school with Lucy. So he was like, hey, I know her. And like when I record on the first time we did for Quantum Records was just a 3-piece, we just basically same day Michael auditioned for the band. Literally the first 5 songs we played with him, I recorded them on the 8-track just down in the basement. So, I'm like singing and playing a Fender Strat and just drums and bass. And then I took it back to my 8-track thing, at my home studio and just add a little stuff, a little keyboard, tambourine there, double vocals. So yeah, really to me at the time, even though I hadn't considered adding anybody else to the band, I was just like, well, why not, And weirdly enough, we were both married to other people at the time. And we actually worked together in the band like a year and a half before anything ever was more than just professional, because you don't know what the other person's business is, It's just in my book, if somebody's already married, I'm not gonna bother with them, But it turned out to be, I guess, meant to be, I guess. And like so, once the band kind of went south, because I really couldn't stay in the same house I shared with my first wife, that wasn't going to work out. But that was where we did all our rehearsals. Like I said, it was Strange Parallel. That was just my full-time thing, pretty much. My house was pretty much where everybody went and rehearsed at. It was perfect. It was like a loft, but it had like a upstairs, downstairs. So I had the drum. I have a drum kit and a PA system and all that stuff set up downstairs, and then upstairs would be like the computer. I guess the post mastering kind of stuff, So, but nowadays we use Cakewalk, which I guess it's about a little bit less thing of Pro Tools or something, but it allows you to add a lot of tracks and everything. But I don't think honestly anything's better than analog sound when it comes down to it. But it's hard to afford, I guess, because we did a little bit of that. The Manics did in Nashville. One of the guys who was in the band was enrolled at the School of Audio Engineering over there. So that was really our first time in the studio, but it was more of like a class, him and so that was more or less for a project thing, So we banged out a bunch of songs that way, and then Yeah, pretty much. I just did the Strange Parallel thing. I did get back with those other guys, the Manics, we did a few more recordings and stuff.
Like a reunion tour.
Yeah. Just the 8-track. We just decided because it's about 2010, and like I said, Strange Parallel was about wrapping up, and so yeah, we just it was like the 10th anniversary of the Manics, the first band we started. So I was like, yeah, let's just do one more to go out on, and so that's actually up on SoundCloud, and it makes it even more poignant. Is like I said, our original drummer, Matt Tamke, was on it. Like he wrote a couple songs and sings on there. And as I mentioned on the podcast the other night, he had passed away a couple of years ago, unexpectedly. So yeah, we definitely finding stuff like that. You still hear them. Like it's crazy. One of the songs on I'll probably play. It's from that same album anyway, that it's an album I did last year called Favorite Hell. And there's a song that I wrote, Matt, it's called For Me Too. It's also kind of play on words. You remember all the Me Too stuff was going on about that time, but in all seriousness, yeah, it was a song. It's crazy. If you listen in the background, there's a loop of him saying, it's almost like he's still keeping time. It's like it's a loop of him, like on one of those songs, check 1 2, check 1 2. So like literally the whole very faint in the song here, check 1 2, check 1 2, because it's just like kind of a brief song, just keyboards and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of came out of it. And then my wife actually wrote a song that sounds just like something he probably would have been on board with. It's more of like a thrashy kind of, I guess, punk song. Kind of, I say punk song nowadays. Everything's pretty much punk pop or something, But it's a song called I Don't Want No More. And like I said, Lucy wrote it and played. Like I said, she helps out a lot behind the scenes. Like I said, she helps write songs. So she'll write songs specifically for me. So, and of course, yeah, she's always helping. We help each other out, basically, like cutting tracks. But she definitely works a lot faster and more efficiently than me. It's almost like kind of trying to control chaos by getting there,
Yeah, always good to have a good support system.
Oh yeah.
So, what kind of music do you do? All genre, or do you specifically in a certain type of genre?
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of an idea from what I had back in the day when I started Strange Parallel, and really that was just like an outlet for playing my solo songs, But I mean, as time went on, I invited other people in the band to obviously contribute. Like I said, Lucy contributed a little bit, and a drummer, I think we had, had a few songs, another guy had, but we never got finished with the other album because they obviously broke up back then. But that album, like that band, definitely, I was able to, I guess you'd say alternative rock just comes with, like the loud guitars and the solos and the effects and all that stuff. But, it was almost like I used to call it like alternative rock soul or something, cheesy like that. But, because we play like, I kind of like equally love, like, say, the Temptations, the same as like the Eagles or, the Byrds or, Sinatra or whoever, there's a big wide range of people, like country music, old school country music. I used to do a few Hank Williams Sr. covers, like a Long Gone Lonesome Blues. I did my own little covers record under a little pseudonym. It's on SoundCloud somewhere. It's called Brooks Conrad Sings the Stuff of Country Songs.
Cool. Yeah, I did. I dabble. I did the country in the 90s.
Yeah, well, my wife definitely grew up listening to the kind of the stuff that was putting out right then. I kind of got into it probably when I went over there to Nashville and everything, as far as but like I said, I was really getting into like the Byrds or Bob Dylan's stuff, kind of around that fine Nashville skyline.
Yeah. Back then, I have three favorites. I like the Tim Faith duet, and I had a crush on Leanne Rimes.
I'm sure many people did. I think my friend I made over in Nashville, she's another singer-songwriter named Lita Williams, and yeah, she used to have a story about that. She tried to get out of underage drunk thing by singing Blue note for note. So that's really good, but I still got to take you in. Yeah, she was somebody I met over there when I was in Nashville, and we were like pretty good friends. I got to stay over. Like her guy her manager is actually a guitar tech for at the time, anyways. Like I said, this is about 2004. Emmylou Harris. So a lot of times he'd be gone, and he'd leave this. He had this apartment over there on the Elysian Fields over there, in, I think like the southeast part of Nashville. And so a lot of times, like a lot of stuff, songs I wrote there or recorded on the 4-track. And so, yeah, I tried to keep in touch with her. She actually did come with me to Memphis and sang on the actual studio album thing I did, a couple of songs. Like I said, some of the songs in there, I swear it's like I've done 3 or 4 times, and I always hate redoing the same stuff over and over again because you always think it's probably the most raw when you first come out with it. But once you've done like 16 albums, and you're bound to miss something over there. So that's kind of like the I guess you call them archival releases I've been doing lately. Like I'm gonna play a song off one I put out back in September called the Lowdown 4-track Sounds. That's like kind of a collection of stuff I did, just 4-track stuff. I did like 2 or 3 albums worth of stuff and just kind of put the best of it together. Because sound quality and all that stuff too, is important.
Yeah. So, I hit this chord. So you how many songs have you written now?
Let's see. Well, I guess the last new stuff was like I said, I did like 3 albums worth of stuff, starting like about April of 2019. So I did. So I played one song off of there. That album's called Favorite Hell. That's on my Bandcamp page. Also, I did XV because it's my 15th album. That was kind of more of a mixtape thing, I guess, because I do a couple of cover songs and it's got some samples and stuff in there. So that's why I call it mixtape, because it's a free download. It's on. It's got some good stuff mixed in there. It's kind of like, I guess, a loose concept kind of thing. And the latest one I recorded was called All Right Already. I finished it right before we moved to Kentucky, right about the time the pandemic thing started. So that was crazy, getting into a new area, and then that stuff is going on at the same time too.
Yeah. So has the COVID pandemic affected your music at all, or?
Not really, because like I said, the whole moving thing is such a big undertaking. Like I said, we moved like 6 hours from where we used to live, just a little bit below Memphis. So, and some stuff we couldn't take with us, but really it was just a matter of like the biggest part for me was moving over here basically for the healthcare. So that was really the main catalyst of being here at all. And also, like I said, my mother-in-law, she already lives here. So we already knew somebody. So basically what we did, we rented a place, and we've kind of just been breaking out the guitars again really here in the last few weeks. And then, like I said, ever since I talked to Brad, I've kind of been back on it, you know what I mean? It goes through periods where you're really prolific and you're knocking stuff out, and then there's other periods where you're just like, I'll just take sabbatical sometimes where I'll just listen to a bunch of different stuff and wait until something comes out, because it's always better to have something inspired than like, oh, I'll try to write something that'll be a hit, you know?
Oh yeah. You can't force stuff out of your head if it's not there.
Yeah, I say really the only thing is like at least now it's like it sucks for people that depend on money for touring and stuff, you know, because that's pretty much what you always hear at the major labels, especially. It's like, oh, the only way you make any money is on tour or whatever, selling merch or whatever. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, it's crazy talking about losing their house or something, like, you know, people like David Crosby or something. But I don't know if it's that dire, but, you know, some people may have to get rid of that extra motorcycle, or, you know, get rid of that extra houseboat or something. I don't know.
So you written any Christmas songs for the holidays?
Actually, Lucy has a real good one on Bandcamp. I think it's called a Very Merry Lucy Dawn Christmas. Am I right, babe? She said, yeah, that's right. So yeah. I think we did like Auld Lang Syne at the end of it. So yeah, I think you can hear me and the kids on that one. Really young man too, like Happy New Year. Like from several years ago.
You guys have done any duets?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, when I left Strange Parallel, and like I said, me and Lucy got together. We already, like I said, we played this event thing over in Illinois. This other guy was on Quantum Records that Lucy knew from high school. We stayed with him for a little bit. His name's Christopher Sheridan, and he was doing an album release thing at this place called G's Riverfront Cafe. We kind of hung out there a whole lot while we were there. And so, yeah, we played with him that night. And because we were the only people in the band that could even come up. So, yeah, the band pretty much I broke that up, made that official, by the time I got home. But, yeah, just basically disappeared for a couple of weeks. Nobody knew where I was, except for a handful of people. And yeah, me and Lucy, we just ended up singing together as kind of an acoustic duo kind of thing. We've done like 8 albums just between 2011 and 2013. Yeah, very prolific. And like I said, yeah, Lucy there for a while was doing carrying a big load of the writing. Like I said, I went through a few years where I was really just kind of wrote out, depressed or whatever, just wasn't the inkling of the music thing is waiting. But yeah, there for a good while, man, it was just kind of like, and then we were playing for money, and if you're playing for your welfare, sometimes it can make it feel like a grind, because we had, obviously, when you're playing, depending on those kind of things, you have to learn a lot of cover songs, and which is cool, but sometimes you also end up playing songs you don't really care for because you're not going to have the same taste, so we ended up doing everything from John Legend song, whatever the duet he has with that chick that like I'm Gonna Lose You, that song, people like that one. We've done like Crazy, that Gnarls Barkley song. We do like Temptations medley, and just different stuff like that. So yeah, we play a Conway Twitty tune, and then turn around and play a Sam Cooke thing. I was in San Francisco, like I said, people were legitimately like trying to get me to go along with the whole, that should be your shtick. You could do it a Sam Cooke thing. And I was like, Sam Cooke already did that, I'm just not that desperate to get out there. Yeah, I'm just not that desperate to get out there to be a novelty. And I guess maybe that's why, I'm where I'm at,
Have you rocked any, have you done any Beethoven or Mozart?
Not so much. I believe those guys probably know more notes than I do. But yeah, it is what it is. I haven't really, guys. I just haven't really been able to get my studio set up in these kind of closed quarters. Like I said, I had a digital piano, like keyboard thing I had to leave behind. You had weighted keys. It was a pretty heavy thing. Basically, we just kind of got our acoustic guitars, some amplifiers, and I got the 2 electric guitars. Yeah, I got a Dan Electro 12 string. A lot of pictures of that one. I love that guitar.
So, your kids doing the music thing?
Now they are very, very talented in the arts specifically. They draw and paint stuff, and also they've been tinkering around with playing a ukulele. I think
that's the next Partridge Family.
Yeah, well, probably not. I would try to get my oldest to play drums. She's always been the kind that's like keeping percussion. I'd be playing something on there, and she'd be doing it. Hey, what's the name? I already got the drums handled. Thank you, sweetie.
Do they have a electric ukulele out there yet?
I'm sure there is one, but I haven't seen it. But actually, even another. Speaking of that, another our youngest, actually, she actually co-wrote at least one song I know of with Lucy. It's really good. I think it's on. Hey, is it on that Burn the Martyr album, babe? Okay. Well, it's on one of her solo albums anyway. But yeah, you can find it on Bandcamp. But yeah, it's called Gone Before I Knew. So she was 8. Yeah, she was 8 when she wrote that. So she just turned the big 1-4 the other day on the 20th. Where's the time going?
Teenagers now.
Mm-hmm. Right. I can speak. Yeah, I just said you're way better than I was at that age. Yeah.
So when I was that age, I was totally camera shy.
Yeah, we were pretty much just doing whatever, back then. It's hard to remember like how we got around without, no cars. Eventually somebody got a car or something when they're like 15 or 16. But yeah, back then it was just kind of like, what is there to do? I mean, we grew up in a town that like they just now finally repealed the prohibition thing in 2012.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I know that we didn't have. Well, back in my day, we didn't have the cell phones. We had to use the pagers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, I got a beeper. That's about as much as I can use. Yeah. Have those discussions all the time with guys we used to work with. Like I said, when I work a day job, I usually do stuff like changing oil or doing that kind of thing. So you meet a lot of interesting people, hear a lot of crazy stuff along the way.
So do you anything else in your downtime? You just music all the time? You do anything else for fun in the spare time?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, we definitely enjoy a lot of different shows and stuff, Hulu and things like that. One of our favorite ones is Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Love that show. There's one that we just kind of started watching the other day. It's pretty funny. It's called Auntie Donna's Fun House. But it's like stuff that's on Netflix or Hulu or whatever. And of course, you got those other ones like Pluto or Peacock. I think that's like the NBC network stuff. All of them got their own little video sharing stuff now. So
yeah, pick your favorite, or pick them all. You got the money for it.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, and like I said, well, Spotify. That's another thing too. Yeah, I listen to a lot of different stuff on Spotify. So, which is great. Yeah, I guess I create playlists and all that kind of stuff, and I can upload offline stuff too. So it's like when you test out you want to test out an album and you record it, you can just actually have it on your phone and just hook the headphone jack of that into the thing in the car, and then you can actually hear your stuff all all digital and everything. I've definitely tried to get the stuff a lot better mastered and everything. Or a lot of my earlier stuff here was like, it's very trebly.
So
very trebly.
You more bass or high?
Well, yeah, I definitely say it's people used to say I was probably like a baritone / second tenor. I think I've moved up to like maybe first or something since then. Like that, it's been a long time in developing. The thing where you can just go out there and belt some song out. I can think of 10 years ago, I was trying to do that same song in the car. Damn it, I can't do it. But that's the thing of having a one-track mind like that. You're like, well, I have this one thing I've managed to keep going through all the craziness. And then usually the craziness makes for pretty good music.
Yeah.
Of course, sometimes it's too depressing, though. You don't even want to listen to it. I've got that complaint, too. I guess that's kind of the direction I think that split me from some of the other guys that I played with. As at the time, I was always seemed to be probably maturity level behind everybody else. So, at the time, I was like, I had this girlfriend, first one, really wrapped up in that. And so I just kind of let everything just go by the wayside. You're supposed to move in with us. No, I'm going to stay over here, and, and that was kind of thing, that was the cool thing back in the day, though, the place, it was literally like the bands lived there, and it was kind of like a clique, everybody, the Oxford, Mississippi scene, is, in Memphis is definitely, has had some great bands. I've seen some great shows, and there's still people that like, I don't know if you ever heard of Tyler Keith.
No.
He was in a band called the Neckbones. That's definitely Wikipedia that. There's a lot of good music still out there. I don't know if you've heard of Redondo Beat. That's a band from Germany. Very good music. I actually got to play a few shows with them a few years ago, which is about the closest touring experience I've had anyway. It was pretty fun. Just a few places in the southeast part of the U.S. So yeah, I got to live out it's like, because I was a big fan of them, so now I was like, oh damn, I get to play with you guys. Sorry, it's great.
apparently somebody wants some music.
Yeah, well, like I said, if you push hard enough, basically, yeah, you can make yourself known. You get out there and play. It's just hard. At least back in the Memphis area, it was hard getting people together because I'm sure it's maybe the same everywhere. A lot of the drummers, they want to get paid just to show up. It's like it's a pain in the ass having to load up my drums. That's like that's a career choice you made, though.
So
You're so tired of bringing his drums everywhere, he just switched to lead guitar. And of course, he's super good at that too. Hey, kids these days showing us all up.
Yeah, I know it is like the voice thing. Yeah, I've been practicing my voice thing. I do some voices for some video game Let's Plays, and I try different voices. The hardest is the girl voices.
Ha, that's cool. I do some voiceover stuff myself. I do sometimes just to mess with our dog. I'll just start talking like this, and she'd be like, "Is there a stranger here? What's going on here?" Like she can't work. Yeah. What's wrong, JJ? What's wrong with you?
So you and your kids play any games?
Yeah, definitely. The one I played with them is Mortal Kombat. Which apparently, led to my undoing because now I can barely win 2 matches out of 10 with my youngest one. And I remember I was the one that got her started on playing anything. Oh, don't take it easy on me. And now every time I play her, like her hands are all sweating, like, no, almost win, not So she's done well. She has become the master, has become the sensei.
Nice. Yeah, my favorite series right now is the Kingdom Hearts series.
Yeah, I think they've played those as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got rid of a lot of. I was about 14. That was pretty much Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo and all that stuff.
Yeah, like we were the people talk about the PlayStation Xbox war. We were the original NES Genesis war.
Oh yeah, it was all about not to mention which platforms had which thing. Like it's like, hey, the Mortal Kombat on Super Nintendo's got better graphics, but no blood. Because we don't want to see that digital blood. I didn't know it better. I didn't know I couldn't kill that digital man. So they've made a lot of games though, for sure. And the graphics and everything. Like so, we haven't upgraded to this new thing they got, the Mortal Kombat, like Ultimate Mortal Kombat. I don't even know what it is. It's like Mortal Kombat 11, but it's got a whole time travel story to it. I'm always into that kind of stuff. Haven't committed the money though to get it yet. Last time I saw it was like $40 to get the upgrade.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, you want a new game today? It's $60.
Yeah, you want to play as RoboCop? How much it's going to cost you?
Awesome. So you want to play your daughter's song or something anything else?
Well, I don't know how to play that one, but I think I can play something along those lines. Let's find a pick. Let's see. This like I said, this song is called "Afraid of What I Don't See." I wrote it about 2006, and it's about stuff that goes bump in the night. Anyway, it's on that Low Down 4-Track Sounds album. It's on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. Wanna be betrayed. By the time you make it through the day, you'll find yourself alone. Drink until you feel nothing is no longer real enough to make you afraid. Afraid of what you don't see. That you cannot find the sun. Stare into the darkness of my soul. Let me know. see. Yeah. Those times for a little to see another day out of my mind. Read what I don't see. When I cannot find a sign. Stare into the darkness of my soul. I'll let you know you'll be the one. Read what I don't see. Read what I don't see. Read what you don't see. Yeah. Oh.
Awesome. Can you guys hear me?
We have a gift.
Hey, there he is.
I knew I'd make it eventually.
Fancy meeting you, yeah.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi,
yes?
everybody. Bradley Bergman here. I got a little announcement. I'm going to play it real quick here. Let me do this real quick. All right, and we'll go here real quick. Hang on, Smash. Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm Bradley Bergman, the CEO of Vendetta Records, and here's a little something I want to play. The big announcement that we're making tonight is that hopefully 1 year or so away from here, we're going to try and do a live event, and we're going to have artists come in and play, all guys that are doing what we do right now. And we're going to pay it forward, and hopefully we're going to get some nonprofits involved, and we're going to do it for all the right reasons. So what I'm going to play for you now is my announcement to announce that we are actively looking for venues in the Dayton area to host the Vendetta Records Music Showcase in 2021. We don't want to do it earlier than that because we want to have time to set it up and do it the right way. That way it has the biggest impact as possible. But here is a little clip for you, and please enjoy. So let me do this real quick here. So needless to say, Smash Adams over here on my left has agreed to play the showcase. We want to live stream the whole thing, and we're going to do it for charity for the right reasons. The other cool confirmation I have is the last person I interviewed on the Vendetta Records music podcast a couple of days ago. We interviewed Brady Adams of Brady and the Bazookas. And for those of you that don't know, Brady Adams is actually one of the top 5 rockabilly guitar players in the entire country, and he also signed on to do it. So now it's just a matter of time of finding a venue. So I know there are venues out there that I messaged earlier today. Now you know what we're all about. We'd love to show everybody what it means to support local music and local non-profits. And my father always told me that if I was going to pay it forward and do it the right way, and that's why all of that. all this buzz is about, and then bringing everybody in. You okay there, Smash?
They got swallowed some water the wrong way.
Had a little something go down the wrong tube.
Yeah,
I do that all the time, man.
You breathe in some water.
That's what they'll put on my cause of death. Something wrong tube. Or not.
So this is Lamont's podcast, Talking Time with Caffeine, and we've been talking about doing the Smash Adams thing for a while. Lamont, what do you got to say?
It's been fun. It's a fun time here. Now that we have you both here, how did you two cross paths?
Well, we met years ago under the Quantum Records U.S. label. I had my band and he had his. And, well, history's history. The past is in the past. But right now we're all about bringing the future forward and being actively involved and becoming pillars of the community. That's what we want to do. There are a lot of less fortunate people. There are a lot of people that around the holidays, that don't get to eat a meal or don't get to have toys for their kids or can't afford to get toys for their kids or a meal. Some people don't have places to stay. And it's a serious problem out here. And more, it's happening more and more. With the COVID lockdowns, people can't work. They can't afford to pay their bills. So we're going to try and make a positive impact. So we've been working out with, reaching out to local nonprofits. I don't want to give away the name of the nonprofits yet, but I will tell you they probably are tuning in which case, if they are, congratulations, guys. I'm glad you found the stream. Let me go that way. Here we go. I'm glad you guys found the stream. We won't let you down once we get this to happen. But we're all about bringing in regional and local talent, and we want to put a focus on Dayton area musicians and regional musicians of the Midwest. And we're going to show Dayton what a good time is, and we're gonna make this thing happen. We just got to find a venue that's willing to do it. Again, it's not going to be for at least a year, so we have plenty of time to plan it and do it the right way and pay it forward.
Sweet. And I'm guessing Smash here is one of the first people on that list.
I didn't hesitate with asking Smash Adams to do it. The guy plays from his heart and he plays his butt off every single time. He's played, like you said, he played a gig on top of the Golden Gate Bridge in real life in San Francisco for $80. The man will do anything. He loves to play, and that's what it's about. And on top of that, if we can do that same thing, but also help out locally here in the Dayton area, then we've done something magic, and that's what it's about.
Nice.
So Smash.
Train of thought still crossing at the station.
Yes,
I know that game. I'll wait.
So looks like we have quite a few people tuning in right now. Let's see. Let me check over here, see who we have on here, see what anybody says here. Micah Eberly, here, check this out. Whoever this is, they really like what we said. They gave us all hearts, which is great. And somebody else here says, it sounds great. Cool. Hey, if anyone else wants to leave some comments, we'll take whatever comments we can get at this time, because this thing's only going to grow by bringing in local talent and Ohio-based musicians. Earlier, Lamont, you had the pleasure of speaking a couple of weeks ago with Alicia Rogers from the Akron-Canton area.
And by a couple of weeks ago, that was last week.
That was last week. I'm sorry. I've lost track of everything, man. It's been a whirlwind. But anyway, she's doing a showcase called First Fridays up in Canton. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I know you had 5 or 6 musicians on with her, which was really cool. My extension goes out to any of those musicians watching right now. If any of you guys want to do this charity, again, you have a year to get ready. But we really want to do it the right way. I really, if I can help it, it's going to be a red carpet, white glove kind of thing with a lot of class, done for the right reasons.
I did red tuxedos, but I remember now.
Don't know about that, but it's going to be nice.
What was the first? Do you remember your first song you ever written?
What, Smash or me?
Smash, of course.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh boy. Yeah. It's funny because one of the, like I said, you say I don't ever leave anything in the trash. So actually, the chord progression is actually the same as on it's like I was 15, and the song it's on With a Faraway Feel. It's called Unscathed. But yeah, I didn't write the lyrics back then. It had different lyrics, probably nonsensical, as I believe. I was writing back then. But yeah, I think that and some others. Another one was called Don't Take It So Bad. And End of the World. Like I said, some of those songs I've, since I figured out, oh, you gotta, make these actually make sense. Been refabricated into something, but yeah.
Yeah, you're the rule. You're writing a song about COVID now.
No. I think there's not much I can say that hasn't been said better, probably.
Yeah. So
don't get it. That's for sure. Don't get it. Whatever you do, don't get it.
So you wanna play your very first original song?
I can play another song off the off the album.
Hey, the fans are demanding it. Look, Gary Phillips says, "Play something, Smash."
You got it, boss. This is called Inevitable Song. It's on my album Favorite Hell. It goes a little something like this. Everything will fall into the sea inevitably. Looking back, I've been down at the bottom of it all, still waking up from my sleep. I just want to know for sure you can lift me up, take me as I am. There's so many people talking at me that I don't understand. Whoa, whoa. I know we've done this once or twice before. Our sordid plots and our schemes got me all tied up in these tapestries. No, it'll never go, it'll never fade away. I just want to know for sure you can lift me up, take me as I am. There's so many people talking at me that I don't understand. Whoa, whoa. All into the sea. Inevitably. All right.
Very cool. So it looks like Alicia from Gators Joint just tuned in. And Alicia, for those of you that are watching that might have missed the announcement, I'm going to play it one more time for everybody here. Give me a second here. This is kind of a big deal. So this is going to be for the Dayton area, and we're looking for musicians and venues. So this is what we have planned. So that's what the big announcement is. Hey, I got a little bit of a promo for Smash too. I don't know if Lamont already played this. Did you already play the promo for him?
I have.
Oh,
I have
cool.
not.
Okay, here we go. This isn't your latest release, but it's the release before the last release, Smash. This is a promo for you.
Who?
So there you go.
Yeah. That was a good one. Like I said, it's one of those that kind of got to improve on. Like I said, it's like the 10th anniversary thing of it, So hindsight. It got a new cover. Actually, Lucy did the new cover for it. And but yeah, like I said, those songs are like from about 2009, 2010.
You mentioned that your kids are artists too. Did they design any of your album covers?
Well, actually, they have not as consistently as we'd want, but we put it in an order. I'm sure they'll get to us. No, they've done some stuff. We used to have playing a kind of a folk rock band called the Painters. It was somewhere in there between. Once we stopped playing as an acoustic duo, and then we got a drummer and another guitar player, and we were briefly signed to Tate Music Group, which is some label. It turned out to be a scam or something based out of Oklahoma. They put out one CD of us, which is mostly kind of acoustic tinge stuff, but it did get us a gig on the WREG Live at 9 thing, right? So
you got to start somewhere.
I definitely gotta check out your kid's ukulele single.
Yeah, right, boy. They can do. I picked it up the other day. I was like, oh, it's not too hard. Just looking at the little chords and everything on there.
You want to play that? You want to try it right now?
Nah, I don't want to. Steal their thunder. I'll just have to play one of my silly songs whenever it's good.
Cool. Hey, for an encore, can we get some Pretty Please Kill Me?
Yeah. You certainly can, sir.
Cool.
When would you like that to start?
Whenever you're ready, man. That's a strong track. I love it. I just love the whole way you and Lucy sang on that too, didn't you? A couple times.
Oh yeah. She's pretty. I have to say, probably any music I've done since 2011 probably has Lucy's beautiful harmonies somewhere in there, So yeah, she's gotten to be a real whiz at doing all the studio stuff. I mean, she really is a one-person band, really. So I'm like, oh, can I add the guitar solo? You got everything else covered. But,
hey, real quick before you play, I'm going to answer one of our on-the-air questions real quick here.
I'll do it, man. Just let me know. No problem.
So, Alicia Lee Rogers, does the venue have to be in Dayton? Well, unfortunately, yeah, we want to do it in Dayton because some of the nonprofits we've reached out to are actually based here in the Dayton, Ohio area. So the first time around, we want to do it local. But if it takes off, which I think it's going to, just judging by this response we're getting, and if it's successful, yeah, we're always open to possibly switching. I mean, we'd like it to be like a traveling thing that happens once a year and that lots of venues compete for the right reasons. So to answer your question, the first year, yeah, it's in Dayton, probably the first couple of years. But after that, it could travel, possibly Gators joint. Hey, I'm down with that. Back to Smash real quick here. So Smash, you wanna play us some stuff whenever you're ready?
Yeah, I got this little number.
Cool. Lamont's gonna mute us out, dude, and you can go ahead and rock it out.
All right. This is another song. It's been around for a minute. Probably just about every group I've been in. Post Mannix has played this song at some point. I've done studio recordings, 8-track recordings of it. Because it's all over the place. The levels. But we're gonna try and make it work here. I did finally get recorded myself. It's on All Right Already. It's the flip side of new single on from a band camp. Yeah, I've been waiting, sitting out alone, procrastinating. What I'm gonna do, wait on you, wait on you. Counting the hours, love really do. I've been holding on at the end of my road. Can't find a reason, don't know how to cope. Waiting on you, still waiting on you. Counting the minutes till I make it through. One breaks body, one breaks the soul. Nothing's forever, no one to hold. I'll never ask for less than the whole. Something to believe, want something more. Baby, I know you got something burning. No hesitation, now made up my mind. I'll still be waiting, waiting on you, still waiting on you. Counting the seconds till I'm with you. Hopefully the neighbors won't complain.
Nice. So You want to sing any Christmas songs for the holidays for our Christmas fans?
Yeah, maybe when you have Lucy on here, she can indulge that.
Hey, sure. You want to have? Does you want to ask her? Do you want to sing any Christmas songs?
I think she's busy. You can't put her on the spot.
Cool. Too bad. It'd been like some cheerful music to go out on.
Oh, you want cheerful music? Oh boy, I think I'm in the wrong place. Well, we're thinking of here you go. Pretty Please Kill Me. There you go. Pretty please kill me with just a look in your eyes. Photographs from time ago. I'm reading between the lines, just keep hanging on the line. You move me in the side when you feel something you know it. Somebody and tell it all. Know what to say. They need somebody, they never knew where it all was. Kill me with just a look of the heart. Spanish from the start, you can tell. Well, the truth in all your lies. All I'm gonna get is lying. Got what you were looking for. You're looking for. You want somebody anytime at all. Know what to say. Say you need somebody, they never knew where it all was. Where it all was, girl. Where it all
Nice.
I think you did an awesome job, man. Hey, we have a message here in private chat. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, okay, so that's talking. Okay, here, hang on, let me check something here real quick. Let's see here. There should be a comment that got posted. I thought I saw it. Oh, here we go. Here, check this out.
All right. Oh, I'll set you free.
What? maybe you can audition for the guitar cabinet member.
Hey, check it out. So Alicia Lee Rogers, she is who runs Gator's Joint up in Canton. I guess she likes what she heard. So hey, Alicia, since you're tuning in, you can answer us in a comment. Would you be interested in maybe having Smash Adams up to play one of your showcases? Just type us whenever you can.
Just put them right on the spot.
Well, this is how business gets done.
So as we're waiting for the reply, you got it. You got any Thanksgiving Day plans?
What's that?
Got any Thanksgiving Day plans?
Yeah, I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving. Be thankful to be home with my family, so I'm thankful for that. So I guess that's really the takeaway I get from it, you know.
Nice. Yeah. I don't have any. All my family's scattered, so that can't really visit them this year.
I know, right? It's a crazy thing, and you know, especially Christmas and stuff. You know, that's going to be a whole whole thing is people obviously want to travel.
Especially
See people.
this year. I got a brand new niece, was born in January. Haven't met her yet.
Yeah.
Almost a year old now and
Wow.
already walking.
Oh, check this out, Smash. You're going to love this.
All right.
Oh, hang on. There we go. There you go.
All right.
We got
Will
you a gig
do.
in Canton, brother. How about that?
Forming connections, one link at a time.
That's right. That's how we do this.
That's my dudes.
So before we go, do you guys want to advertise anything coming up on your channels or your musicians?
I'm gonna do the whole announcement one last time. So let me throw the page back over to me if you don't mind here. Okay, hang on. Hey everybody. So pay attention to this announcement. If you're a venue and you work for a venue that might have gotten a Facebook request, pay attention to this. If you're a local promoter, if you're a local lover of live music, or if you're just someone who wants to help out in the Dayton area, yeah, this is for you. So please, 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 pretty please pay attention. This is the last time I'm playing this. It will be on the YouTube channel by itself, so you can watch it over and over again. But this is the last time I'm streaming it live, at least on this broadcast. And then I got to get out of here, and I'm going to let Lamont wrap up because this is his show, and I don't need to overtake it. Nothing but respect there, brother Lamont. Okay, here we go.
Nice. So, so you got any guests coming up on your blog?
Yeah, I'm all the time working to bring new artists into the fold. Real quick, I'm going to zoom in on me one more time, Lamont. I apologize. Hang on. Yeah, all the time I'm working to bring people in all the time on any of my blogs. So any of my musician friends out there in the Dayton area or other states or people that just want to play and get their word out, I'm the guy you want to talk to. You do good on my show, then I send you to Lamont, and Lamont has, promote you as well. But here's where I'm going with this. All of our social handles go by Vendetta Music 1. So YouTube, it's Vendetta Music 1. Instagram, it's Vendetta Music 1. Audio Mac, Vendetta Music 1. SoundCloud, Vendetta Music 1. Facebook, Vendetta Music 1. Twitter, Vendetta Music 1. Spread it like wildfire, guys. That's the only way we're going to get this to go.
What's that name again?
Vendetta Music 1 with great big huge air quotes.
Well, this Saturday at same time, 6 p.m. I'll be interviewing Luke Hickman.
Awesome. We're looking forward to seeing Luke. He's also part of Vendetta Music 1.
So
That's the one.
Smash, who are you a part of?
Vendetta Music.
We're trying to make a name for ourselves, people. Come on, throw us a bone and, check it out. And if you want to really seriously make donations, the SoundCloud page that's under the handle of Vendetta Music 1, you can we have a link to a PayPal account. You can deposit stuff in. All that money is going to go towards trying to hopefully pull off this venue and get everything going. That's what the plan is. We're going to reinvest it back into the label and into the community. That's it. I have no other plans for it.
Awesome. And you Smash, are you have any performances this coming up month, or just writing some more music?
Oh well, boy, just pretty much just getting the chops back up. Like I said, I had to dig out some songs and then relearn them. After not playing them for forever. So yeah, probably just concentrate on playing that, and like I said, put out a bunch of I guess you'd call it archival stuff, old stuff. So the Lowdown 4-track sounds, that was like all a bunch of 4-track stuff from back in the day. Other thing I got streaming, but I hadn't done anything with it or sold it yet, was something called Sitcom Formula. It's kind of like a lost album thing, but it's got me collaborating with a bunch of different people. Like my friend Bill from the Blaylocks, like he's plays with me on a song. I think the first song is called "Thinking Was the Last Thing on My Mind." Kind of got kind of a country kind of bit to it. Lucy's, harmonies are all over it. And I got some old stuff too. So it kind of goes, some of it goes all the way back to like Strange Parallel even. So just like demo wise stuff. But yeah, if anything, I've pretty much got plenty of stuff to put out, but I'm happy that the albums I'm really the most proud of doing are out there now, because they didn't really get much exposure at all. The first time you say put out, I uploaded it to Bandcamp. Especially music with the faraway feel. Man, I spent and actually really that was inspired by Lucy's stuff, because like I said, Lucy's just a whiz when it comes to that kind of stuff. She usually get me to come in there and add guitar solos, and sometimes I'll try to mix stuff or help her get closer to whatever it is she's trying to get to, and she does the same thing for me basically. So it definitely works out better, because like I said, she's good at mapping out harmonies, she's good at arranging stuff, where it's cool to have like the bare bones thing, but I don't like to be just one note. And like I said, I think that's kind of how I fell out of the music scene I used to try to be in, because I guess that, other people are just into that good old time rock and roll, which I wouldn't have to be against to be into other stuff, but I guess, it's whatever you feel like doing creatively. So
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, to each their own, but yeah, it's definitely, I think it's a better time now. And it's been a break for a while. Like I said, our Stars Never Sleep, we're hoping to eventually get that thing going again. Our band, we put out some stuff. We always just kind of had basic people sitting in with us in Memphis. We played like our last gig there in February, I think, right before we moved over here. And like the Stars Never Sleep's mostly like it's pretty much Lucy fronted stuff. It's cool. You might check this out, Brad. She does a cover of "All This Gold Is Gone."
Oh,
and I actually play like a solo on it, just one of those crazy, insane solos. It's on Take It Back. That was the third Stars Never Sleep thing. It's on Bandcamp. A lot of good songs and stuff in there. We just really finding the people to play with. We were hoping eventually, with the COVID thing, it's kind of a moot point trying to get people together to play unless you already know each other, you all live close and stuff,
Well, the good thing is, by tomorrow, I'd say by 1:00 in the afternoon, by tomorrow, your newest album, actually not yours, I'm sorry, Lucy's new albums will be on the SoundCloud and hopefully on Audio Mac. Give me some time. I got to get them uploaded, but I'll be putting the artwork out there, giving you guys all the credit, and you'll all have your sounds out there. So people tune in, Audio Mac and SoundCloud, hashtag Vendetta Music 1.
All the links will be down in the description below if you want to check them out. I gotta remember to put them in, or Brad can put them in. But anyways, as you always say, never stop learning and enjoy the randomness. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.